This is an awesome GameCube hack that no one knows about. Press right in the middle on the GameCube disc tray and it pops the disc out. You have to pull on it or risk damage to it. Isn't that awesome? Of course, everyone knows about that. That's what the push button says on the disc. But it's really weird to me that not a lot more companies did this same thing. These GameCube discs are really fragile, so I can see why Nintendo felt the need to do that. But what weirds me out is that in the actual cases themselves, they're not really easy to pull out. There is kind of a release here, and it sort of works, but I really don't feel good ever pressing the disc back down into the case or pulling it out, even if there's a place to grab it and this little release in the center. Also, it takes a lot of strength to push that down. A kid wouldn't necessarily be able to do that. Obviously, most game systems, in fact, every game system I can think of after the PS1 and the Sega Saturn had slot loading disc trays, so there was no need to worry about pressure on discs or pulling them out. But it's just surprising that the PlayStation 1 didn't have some kind of like disc relief system, nor did the Dreamcast. The only one that really did it was the GameCube. Every time you pull a PlayStation 1 disc out, you can see the flex in the disc itself, which is not great for it. Now, these things are getting to be antiques, 20, 30 years old. They haven't broken yet, but I can imagine eventually a lot of these PlayStation games, the more older and brittle they get, are going to have cracks around the center ring there. I think this little button here that Nintendo included on the GameCube is going to go a long way to preserving the GameCube discs over the long term, especially since the PlayStation discs and Saturn discs and Dreamcast discs will all get stressed when you pull them in and out of the console every time.